Welcome to Realz product review. I review anything from home, fashion, fitness, beauty, and health. And I create these videos to help my community and hopefully discover new products, try out new products, let you know what works, let you know what doesn't work, and hopefully you'll find these helpful. So today I received a complimentary product from Clairol. It's called a root touch-up, and obviously I do not have gray hairs or root issues, but I was still curious about this product because at some point in my life, I am going to have that issue. I am noticing as I get older, just a couple of stray gray hairs, and I have a feeling within the next 5 years, I'm probably going to have to use something like this. So it'll be kind of good to test it out and see how it works. I do, as I go out in the sun or as I use my straightening iron and products, my hair does get lighter. Just I think from the heat stress. So I am curious to try this product on my hair, like where it's lightened. So I'm going to do probably half my head, maybe like the top part, just to kind of have something to compare to the bottom part and see how the color changes. So let's find out about this product. It's supposed to have zero ammonia and 100% gray coverage for naturally blended roots. So we're going to see if we can naturally blend some of this colored pieces, and I don't know if you can kind of see, you know, as my hair comes out it's darker, and then over time it just gets dry, brittle, light, faded, kind of gross. So this one, okay, so I said the zero ammonia, 100% gray coverage, and it's only supposed to take 20 minutes, which I'm kind of surprised it only takes 20 minutes without having all those harsh chemicals, because some of the products with the harsh chemicals can take 45 minutes to an hour, so that's pretty awesome. There's supposedly a mixing bowl. I don't know where that is. It's saying it's made from 100% recycled plastics. Maybe it's inside. I haven't opened it yet. And it's nothing's derived from animals, so it's vegan, vegetarian friendly, people who want that, which is awesome. So better for the planet, you know, if you're not testing on animals. There's nothing on animals, no derived products, so I'm kind of excited about that. So this is the dark brown shade that I am using. And hopefully it works really well. We'll test it out. They do have other colors. So some of the other colors are dark brown, dark golden brown, dark ash brown, the darkest brown in the brown series. So I'm sure they have blonde series as well, but I'm not blonde. So if it works great for brown, I would assume it works great for the blonde. So I don't know how it is by you guys today, but today we're having like mega storm. I'm in Florida and it's March right now. It's March the 12th, I believe, that I'm filming this. And there's like this massive like frontal storm coming towards us, and there might be some flickering of the light, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But it's supposed to hit here in about the next 30 minutes. Possibility of some tornadoes. And then it's going to blow over, and then we're going to get some cooler weather, which I'm really excited about. I don't know why I live in Florida. I hate the heat. And so we're going to maybe get up to 65 today, which is amazing to me. I love that weather. It's been like muggy and hot and like probably around summer degree weather, like 88, 89. We've like broken record temperature this year, like 4 days in a row. It was so hot. We haven't had our spring weather, so I kind of miss that. I think tonight we're going to get to 39, which makes me very excited. And tomorrow will be nice and cool, and I'm really happy for that. So let's open up the box. So we have the brush so that you can apply the product. There is the color cream. Let's see what else is in here. We have the Root Touch-Up Activator. They do give you a little container. So what did they talk about the container? 100% recycled plastic. So it is kind of soft, so you gotta be, you know, a little gentle with it. And we have our instructions. So hopefully there's a pair of gloves in here, because otherwise my fingers will get kind of gross afterwards. So usually this is where and I just dropped them. And I'm back. So I found them. So anyway, let's put on these gloves, because knowing me, I'm gonna get really messy. I don't know anybody else who does this stuff, how they don't get stuff everywhere. I don't know how I do it, but things just go everywhere, and then there's like dye all over my counter, and I try to be really careful, but that just doesn't seem to happen. So I'm gonna shake this a little bit, get it nice and loose. I don't know why. So pouring it into the container. So this is the Root Touch Up Activator. And let's put in the color. And I guess you have to pierce the top so it's sealed. So you just use the top of the lid, pop it in, and it's gonna make a hole. Make sure we get it all out. Kind of like a nice feeling just squeezing that and seeing it pop out. So, okay, I'm gonna try and get the rest of this out. I need both hands for that, so perfect. So we are gonna separate my hair since I said I was only gonna do half my head. So let's separate that. I'm gonna leave a little bit of the front just so that I can kind of compare some of that like lighter color in the front to what's going on back here. So this is the part that we're gonna actually do. So I'm gonna put that on top. And then this other part that we're not gonna do, I'm gonna clip that separately. So this way I have that comparison piece, because otherwise, how do you know? Like, how do you know it works? Okay, perfect. Okay, maybe I'll just, it's not as easy as I thought it would be to get that, so I'll just have to try and ignore this piece as I'm working. So, okay. So let's mix this pretty well. You don't want to have it unmixed because then you're having activator without color. So make sure you mix it for a couple seconds or maybe a minute until you see that it's pretty even. You don't have any like blot pieces in there. So I saw like some thick chunky pieces in there of the cream. So I think you'll be able to notice and tell. So let's start with this bit over here. Okay, so the brush is not as easy as I'd like to work with it, and I don't know if it's because it's meant for the roots, but I think it needs like some deeper bristles, or maybe I just need to not put as much hair in my hands at the same time because it's not like brushing it all the way through. So that's one thing I would recommend a change. I do have another brush, my own personal brush that I got from Sally's, but I want to use their brush just to kind of see the difference, and it just drops some. So maybe that's how I get it everywhere. So I'm going to stop using this brush just because I'm struggling. So I'm going to use my fingers. I want to make sure that I get enough color on here because otherwise we're not going to really be able to test it very well. And it'll probably be streaky, so we don't want streaky. So, okay. I'm going to try the other side now. Oh, I got hair in the back too. Let's get some of that. Okay. So once I get this all in, I'm going to put on that 20-second timer, and then we'll see what happens. 20 seconds, 20 minutes, man. I am like struggling this morning, and I had coffee, so I don't know what my issues are, but I guess I'm really struggling. So there wasn't quite a lot of product in here, so I'm glad I didn't try to do my whole head. So clearly it's only meant for the roots, so they don't give you enough to do, I guess, your entire head. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be good just to see. I think just even at least this side, we'll be able to tell the difference between the colored pieces and the non-colored pieces. I'm going to try and get all the rest of this out of here. Happened and my video stopped filming while I was partially going through it. So anyway, I put my hair on top after putting in all that color. So it was just a very little container of color, just kind of meant for your roots. We're gonna wait the 20 minutes. We're gonna come back. I am gonna wash my hair. I'm gonna dry my hair. I'm gonna straighten it and style it like I usually do, so that this way hopefully we can kind of compare it to the different color from what it was before. So I'm excited to see what happens and see the color and see if it is the perfect touch-up match like it states that it is. So I let the product sit in my hair, and I actually got busy and I left it probably for about 35 minutes instead of the 20 minutes, but you can tell that my hair is definitely a whole lot darker. So I put in the product in a portion of my hair. This is the portion that I didn't put it in, and you can see definitely a color difference. I can see it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but so this was like the part I didn't dye. So it's definitely lighter in that regards. So this is like the darker pieces, and I had put it in here, so you may be able to see a little bit of where it didn't take because I didn't put any here on my actual roots. So let's do the side. So this is basically the piece that I didn't color, and you can kind of see the difference between the color, the darker and the lighter. So I'm really happy with the color. It's not too dark, so it's not like jet black. This is the brunette brown shade. So where is the color on here? There has to be a color on here. I know I read it to you before. Number four, it has a color, number 4. So it's the dark brown shade number 4, and I was looking on the top of the box, but it's actually on the front of the box. So it's definitely a good dark brown, but it's not a black, which is awesome because I didn't want it black. It wouldn't have matched with like the rest of my hair. So it looks really great. It blended really well with my natural color. So you know, you can slightly tell if you know my hair, but if you don't know my hair, I don't think you can tell where I stopped because I put the color in over here. So happy with it. I think it worked really well. I think you will enjoy it for a quick touch up on your hair if you don't feel like coloring all of your hair. And my hair feels soft. It doesn't feel too fried, so that's a good thing. Sometimes you dye your hair and then it just feels so brittle afterwards, and I don't feel that, even though they didn't give you a conditioner with this. Which I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that. So put a conditioner in here so you can condition your hair properly afterwards. I did condition it well with my typical product. So I would give this one a thumbs up. So I thought it worked. I like the color. I'm happy with how it blended in with my hair, and I am pretty happy with it. So if you are new to my channel, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.